Well, hey there, I'm back again. It's PD Two Finger, taking a look over at tagboard effects. We have I've got a folder here. I'm just going to look at my folder. The Clark Gainster. So there's two versions of the Gainster, and one is a non-mojo build. It's the smaller build. And it uses a RC4558P, which is the tube screamer. This pedal is a tube screamer that doesn't have a mid hump. And because of the fact it's made with really high quality components, I would think that would reflect in the quality of the circuit. Now, the reason that my curiosity is piqued about this is because of the guy who runs the forum, Tagboard Effects, the place that has all of the layouts that I've been building on for years. This is the circuit that he says is the best one. So he's built them all. This guy has built them all. He would know. And I've read his blog. I really like how he thinks. I think we have similar taste, and I understand what this pedal does. It's not a first act roadkill distortion. You know, this is a low gain overdrive. You know, it's a tone. Lets the tone of your amp and your guitar come through. And the way I've been playing the type of songs I've been writing in a certain vein, it is exactly just that. And the effects that I use for that is spring reverb, overdrive, and tremolo. If you even use the tremolo. But again, I've got clones. I've got a couple of clones. I don't have a tube screamer, and I don't like the mid hump of the tube screamer. I never liked a tube screamer, so I'm going to build this Gainster. Taking a look at there's two layouts. One of them has three large yellow rectangles on it. That's the one I'm going to be building, and it uses a different integrated circuit chip. The version I'm building is the Mojo version. Uses the L353. So if you go and look those up, it's like, I think it's about $8 to $10 just to get a couple of those chips from eBay. And then when you're talking about these three large capacitors, they're paper and oil capacitors. Okay, they're Russian new old stock. Then there's a silver mica capacitor, the 120p. Now the 100, there's a pair of 100 nanofarad and then a 47 nanofarad paper and oil Russian new old stock capacitors. Those are not cheap. They're not cheap. I'm looking at probably, I don't know, I'm going to guess at $20 just for those capacitors. Maybe I can get a little bit of a deal on it. The carbon comp resistors, these are not cheap either. It's going to be at least $10 per pedal just for the resistors. If you look up how much they cost, it's not going to be cheap. You need to get a silver mica 120 picofarad capacitor. That's another expensive part. And then probably a Philips 2N2, or I might use one of my ancient Spragues, depending on what they meter out at, because I want to build it right to spec. And I know that those values, they're not always what they are. Like if, let's say it says it's a 2N2, you'll hit the meter on it and it'll be like an 18 or something. It'll be off. So Really, the only thing that I would normally like stock for this is the strip board and the diodes. Everything else I'm going to have to get. And then we're talking about just like really super extra loving care using extra thick wire, good quality potentiometers. They don't, the 25K pot that Tata doesn't stock that. So, you know, it's just going to be an all out, like I haven't even considered the enclosures. Basically, it's going to take me probably 2 months from when I start to finish. And I'm looking for a partner. If somebody would like a Clark gainster hand built by me, you would have to trust me, you'd have to PayPal me. I'm looking to get $60 PayPal to my account. And when I get that account, we can establish an email relationship, and I can let you know through video update or emailing you of what's going on as far as that I've ordered the parts, when they're supposed to arrive, and then I could give you video update as I'm building it. I could shoot some footage and let you know. And then when it's done, you would be responsible for paying the shipping to get it shipped to your place, or come and pick it up if you're from Chicago. You know, and I'm going to do this either way. I just thought, you know what, there might be somebody out there who watches this channel who would like to have me make them a pedal. The Clark gainster is they sell for $600 on Reverb. So you know, to ask you to give me $60 to get something that's worth $600, I'm not really asking you to bend over. You know what I mean? You're kind of getting a really good deal. As far as the chassis, it's probably going to be in a 1590 BB because of the size of the yeah, I'm thinking I could do it on a 1590 BB. There probably won't be room for an internal battery. Maybe I could if you're a battery fanatic. Let me know about that. But stuff like the color of the box, what color you'd like it painted, or if you want it just not finished. A lot of people like that look. I'm not big into finishing. I typically, what I do is rough sand it, I'll prime it, I'll shoot the bottom flat black, and I'll shoot the top white. And that's it. You know. But I could do whatever you want, I suppose, as far as the finishing goes, within reason. If you're talking about, I'd like it to be blue, well, we can probably accommodate you. Color of the LED, where you want the jacks mounted. Typically, I do all of that up top, you know. But yeah, I'm looking for someone who would be willing to help me out by supplying me the $60 to order some of these parts. And then it's going to take me, you know, usually it takes about a month for the stuff to come. And then it would be about a 2 to 4 week build period, depending on, you know, so you're talking about putting out $60 and waiting a couple of months. So I understand how that wouldn't be a real appealing thing for a lot of people. But if you know, like, my reputation for being here on my channel and being a good, like, I'm a family man, I'm not going to be ripping anybody off on this deal. I really would be surprised if I got anybody who would jump on it. But I figured, you know what, before I go ahead and order this stuff, because I'm putting together, looking at how much it's going to cost, and I'm thinking about gifting one of these to a guitar player who I really respect. There's a guy that I know who, this is right up his alley as far as the type of gear that he likes. And he did some really selfless stuff throughout the COVID thing. He was just awesome what he did. and he's a guy that I really respect as a guitar player. So I thought, you know what, when I make one, I'm gonna make two, and I'm gonna give him one. Then I thought, you know what, I ought to give it a shot. If I could get somebody else in on this deal who wants like one of the best pedals on the market that's super, super rare. Maybe somebody out there who watches this channel would like something like that. So either way, it's not a big deal to me if nobody wants to do it. I can get a hold of you and give you my email. It's P2Finger is my email. We can become Facebook friends, whatever you want to do. But I would need, like I said, I would need at least 60. If you would want to just make a one-time payment and throw in an extra 10 or 15 would probably be better for the shipping. And just get it all over with at once, and then the shipping would be on me. I would save that $15 in my dresser to pay for the when I'm going to have to take it to the post office and have it shipped to you. But yeah, this is the type of thing I've done before. I've shipped pedals, and I'm good for my word. And what I can guarantee you is that I'm gonna be going as far out of my way to do the best possible job on these things. So that's the guarantee that you would have is I'm making one for myself, I'm making one for a guitar player that I really care about, my favorite guitar player, and then you would be getting in on that too. So for the price of like a new, I don't know, Behringer or whatever, nicer Moore or whatever, you're getting something that's worth quite a bit more. Now, in all honesty, the clones that you see, they don't cost $600 for the clone. The clones are only worth a couple hundred. But when you open them up and you see what's in there, that they're building off of a kit. There's a kit that's sold for this pedal that's not Mojo. It's just regular parts. And the thing about it is, if you read the build reports, there's a guy who built the regular version. He built it on the large size board, and then he ran the wires out longer and installed regular parts. Okay? And as that stuff started coming in, he would install it. And his first thing that he replaced was one capacitor, and he put the paper in oil, and he said it made a huge difference. So when I hear stuff like that, because, I mean, let's face it, for me, I would never go out of my way to buy some fancy paper and oil capacitor, and then if it didn't make a difference, go on the forum and go, man, it didn't make a difference. I'm not your emperor's clothes type of guy. So I'm really hopeful for this project. It's going to happen whether I get a partner or not. Again, I wanted to throw it out to you guys to give you a chance to get something that you couldn't get anywhere else. And if that sounds good to you, get a hold of me, P2Finger. You could leave a comment here. And we'll take it from there again. The only thing I would ask from you is an upfront cash payment to my PayPal, and then you would patiently wait, because it's going to be, 2 months. It could be 3. If the stuff doesn't show up, if I've got to wait, if there's some shipping delay. I mean, I've ordered stuff from overseas, and because of the COVID thing, because of customs, it's just taken 60 days. So that's, I'm just going to come out and say 90 days. And then when you get it a month early, you'll be surprised. All right, let me know if you're interested, and I'll see you guys around. Peace. Wish me good luck on this one. I hope it turns out to be something really special. I know it will. I know it will. I trust the guy, just reading his comments. And I've looked at it so many times. I've looked at this layout for years. I've been looking at it and going, man, I want to pull the trigger on that. So I'm thinking I'm gonna make it happen at some point here soon. Hopefully have this done before Christmas. So let me know, and I'll see you guys. Peace.